I tried Pastina. She's crazy about Pastina, but she wouldn't touch it. Not a bite.
Jack, have you ever had a high fever?
Yeah, but her temperature's gone down since this morning. She keeps asking for something to eat. So she has an appetite.
Next time, ask for ginger ale, okay?
Yes, but she only wants it until she sees it. And...
Try ginger ale. And try not to worry. I guarantee you she will not starve.
Look.
You guarantee that she's going to get over this fast?
Yeah. I'll go out on a limb for you. She's already feeling much better.
Yeah, but you were concerned. You examined her this morning, Faith, and here you are, after dark, making a house call. Now, that's got to say that you were concerned.
Poor Ryan. I guess everybody feels that they need to protect her right now, including me. Or maybe I just wanted to visit. In any event, I give you permission to skip the middle of the night medicine. Just give her a spoonful before she goes to bed, and then give her one when she wakes up on her own.
Well, I was planning to sleep in a room.
Jack, don't. You've nursed her all day. You need a rest. If you have any questions, big or small, call me.
Well, I don't think so. Thanks very much. It's a relief to know. Oh, there is one thing.
What?
Now, how do I keep her in bed? I mean, she's fine if she's asleep, but if not, she wants to move around. If I say no, well, then she...
Well, so don't keep her in bed. Jack, she'll be fine as long as you keep her warm. Listen, she's going to feel much better happy than she is unhappy.
Where'd you get all that common sense? They teach you that in medical school?
Yeah. Call me when you take her temperature in the morning.
Okay.
Bye, Ryan.
Thank you.
Oh, my bag. You're welcome. Good night.
Good night. Well. Now, wasn't that good news, huh? Well, we'll do the Christmas tree in a minute. You got the run of the place. Did you hear that? She says you go wherever you want. Let's see if we can finish this game here. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah.
What are you trying to do, Jack? Make her worse? The child belongs in bed.
This is definitely kismet. Karma?
Hi.
Hi. What do you call it when something happens and it's like fate, destiny written in the stars?
What does it feel like, or what's the word for it?
The word. Just got the feeling.
Are you being an actress, or is this the real you? It's okay, either one. It's fun.
I'm fun? You really think that?
Yes. Matter of fact, I think you're the most interesting 17-year-old I know.
Well, that was a very obvious reminder. But I'm going to let it go because you're so nice and I'm so lonesome. And I also happen to know that you're about to get off duty.
We're coming to the kismet part.
Right. I'm free for dinner, too.
I'm not.
Oh, date?
Sorry.
Who is she? What's her name?
Alice. Or at least that's what I call her. She's a stack of reading about that high. Alice reading.
You're strange.
Not very. You seem to bring it out in me. What happened? You expected to have dinner with Dr. Bolak and he's not available?
No, that's not what happened at all. I'd simply like to have a pleasant evening in pleasant company. Different company. Not the actors I work with all day, or my mother or any of her friends.
We are friends. And I think it's a mistake to make more of that than it is.
You sound like you think I have a crush on you or something. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is that there have been a number of occasions recently where there have been inappropriate emotions between us, on both sides. I think it's important that we recognize that.
Like what?
What is it, Kim?
Nothing. About Alice reading, I want you to ditch her.
I might just do that, on one condition. Tell me what's going on, What are you up to?
You're doing it again.
What, being strange?
No, reminding me about my age. Very obviously. And very unfairly. What's the matter, What are you up to?
That's pretty good. I didn't exactly say it like that.
But it was close.
Kimberly, I can't read your mind, but I sure wish I could. It'd be really fascinating to see the connections. What you need, what you do to get it. Really fascinating.
Yeah?
Yeah. I have a tendency to be curious about people.
All people or me in particular?
All people.
Let's try that again. The answer is you in particular. Well, at least I make you laugh, which is more than I usually do around here. Adam, let's get out of neurology. Let me take you away to the Cafe Budapest. My treat.
Oh, no.
I don't care about the money. Throwing caution to the winds tonight. Sounded just like my mother.
Listen, we make it Greenberg's and I'll pay for it.
Lem's, Dutch. And I'll tell you everything I need and everything I do to get it.
You're on.
Hold it. I'll come to you.
Where's Maeve, anyway?
Okay, can we just keep it quiet, huh? Now, do I want to make her worse? No. Where's Maeve? Don't ask me. Now, this is for you. I'm taking care of my kid, and I know what I'm doing. So, she's happier out of bed. And as long as she's warm, she can stay here all night.
Sure. And end up in the hospital with pneumonia.
Call her Dr. Colfaith right now.
I don't have to call a doctor. Jack, I've had 5 kids of my own. I know that when a child is sick...
Johnny, I'm telling you that I've had my instructions from Faith. Your advice is not required.
Oh, sure. And what did she tell you? Let her play on the floor, in a draft with 104 fever. Did she say that Ryan doesn't like to go to bed? Have you been drinking or what?
And I haven't even been here 24 hours yet.
Ah, fine. And you go running off to Maeve right this minute and tell her I'm picking a fight with you. So you can go crawling back downtown.
No, I don't think I'll pick up the bait this time.
I'm not baiting you, Jack. I'm just trying to see that my grandchild is properly taken care of.
Then see. Why don't you turn around and look? You haven't even bothered to notice that she's better, have you? Her temperature has dropped 2 degrees. Faith has checked her over again. I don't even have to get up at 2 in the morning to give her her medicine.
You mean Faith was here?
I told you, I got my instructions from Faith.
Well, I thought you met on the telephone.
Yeah, well, I guess you thought wrong. Will you, keep an eye on her for a couple of seconds, huh?
How's my little sweetheart doing, huh?
How you doing?
Let me feel your head. Oh, sweetheart, you're burning up. It's like you're in a steam bath. You don't need this on. Yeah, let me take this off. We don't need sweaters on. We don't need sweaters on at all. Here we go. One arm's out. And the other arm is out. Here's that. How is that? Is that better, huh?
My mommy.
Yeah, I know that, sweetheart. I know, sweet. You know, Jack, there's a big difference between warm and overheated.
I just talked to your bear in your room, and he would like to see you. Hmm?
You weren't planning to put those slippers on her, too, were you?
Don't go away, Grandpa. I'll be right back to settle a few things. Just give me a couple of minutes.
Last time we were here, you told me about your parents. This time, tell me about you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dr. Bolak had me take your lunch because you were
Adam. You.
Me. Well, I'm fine. Busy. Working with Seneca on a couple of cases. It's an
I don't
incredible...
want to talk about Seneca.
Oh, how come?
Because he's boring. He's so in control all the time, he bores me out of my mind. I mean, he's been very kind to me. I'm grateful. He even put a lot of money into my show. Keep that to yourself. I'm very fond of Seneca, but there's a limit to the amount of time and attention I want to give to a man who's old enough to be my father.
When did that start happening?
What?
You're losing interest in Dr. Bolak as a father figure. Not very long ago, you were thrilled about him.
Thrilled? Come on.
Well, you know what I mean. You were anything but bored.
Why are you doing this to me? I said no more Seneca and lots of you. And not how you're doing. Fine, thanks, working hard. Who you are.
Now, I asked you first, and you promised me an answer. What goes on up there?
Now, you see, whenever I can't get somebody on the phone, I tried Lem's. Did you get those checks?
Hi, he dropped them off an hour after you left.
Good, good. If you have any more problems with me, feel free to call me. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry to barge in with business.
It's all right. It sounds exciting.
It is. It's fantastic. Frank spent 10 minutes with my producer, and suddenly we get paid. This guy owed us car fare and lunch money since rehearsals, and nobody's seen a cent. Thank you.
Listen, sit down and tell me the
No,
details.
thanks. I'm expecting my partner. If you have any more problems with mail, let me know. You see, we'll roll in the heavy artillery. My father's got this enormous dog. Take care.
His partner's Julian Coleridge. Used to be my mother.
What are you thinking?
What I'm thinking, that's where we were, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what's going on in my head right now. Thinks this is a good place to be near Adam, looking at him. Thinks Adam likes it too. He laughs and says I'm young, but that's not what he's really feeling. And it thinks this could be a very special night. There, I've told you every thought in my head. Well, maybe not every thought. Some things are embarrassing.
Yes, some things are surprising.
You're not surprised.
Dr. Bolak.
Hi.
Seneca, join us if you please.
Oh, some other evening. Enjoy your dinner. May I?
Sure.
Just a couple of questions, they won't take long. Kimberly's told me that you were presenting her. Since I have a financial interest in the production, I wanted to check it out. Now, this male fellow, is he legitimate?
Basically, yeah. He's a good guy as far as a producer goes. As far as a human being, I don't know. He paid up, but only after I threatened him with a fire inspection.
And what about the play? I mean, the actors are taking it seriously, but did you know there was some nudity involved?
No.
Now it's your turn. Exactly what's going on in here?
Well,
Tell the truth. I just saw a thought cross through your mind. What was it?
Want to know the exact thought? I thought shrimp, not lobster. The thought after that was, it's too late to change my order. The waiter would hit me.
You're not playing fair.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by some nudity, but I'll ask around about mail. The Wallace fellow impressed me, though. The director, is that...
yeah, she's only 17, see, and I just want to make sure that she's not being exploited. Ray's very concerned about it.
Well, if I find anything out, I'll...
Actually, that's not really very likely, is it? I mean, theatrical law isn't your specialty.
Well, if I do find anything out, I'll contact my client. That's Kimberly.
You do that. Thanks for your time.
Delighted.
I'm glad you talked me into coming here, but you have to let me pick out where we're going to have dessert. I know a wonderful place.
I don't want to be here. Now, you know that.
Well, Jack, you could have gone back downtown.
Ryan is sick, and sad, and I want her near Maeve.
Well,
And she needs me, and it's only because I know how much I understand that I agreed to stay in your house for a while.
Oh, now you understand everything. Not a word to Ryan for days. And all of a sudden, you know everything.
Look, there's really only one thing we have to agree on. She's my kid. If I put a sweater on her, you don't yank it off. As long as I'm in this house, I'm in charge of Ryan. Now, you got that clear? Then we can just relax and ignore each other.
You're really spoiling for a fight, aren't you?
Me?
I don't know how anyone could live with you, Jack. See, it's perfectly all right for me to pinch hit with your kid while you're holed up licking your wounds, right? And treating us as though we don't matter a damn. But when you decide to crawl out of your cave, or when my wife finally drags you out of it, then you're in charge, huh?
That's right. You got it.
Boy, oh boy. I wish Mary were here to see you now. Do you know what she'd tell you? Do you know what she'd say?
I know what she'd say. She'd say you're full of it. You're begging for trouble, but I shouldn't hit you, so I won't.
No. Now, she would tell you to apologize to me.
For what?
For everything. For always taking and never giving anything back. For ingratitude. For blaming me. Right, Jack? You remember that day when Mary called, the day of the wedding? You laid me out. In front of everybody. For not finding out where she was. Well, why didn't you know where she was? Why didn't she come to the wedding with her husband, Jack? Maybe it was because you were treating her like she didn't matter a damn, huh? Maybe you picked a rib-snorting fight with her and then walked out and left her there, huh? My God, that's it, isn't it? That's what happened.
I don't discuss Mary with you. And don't you get in my way with Ryan.
You're going right. It's only a few more miles.
We're about to drive right off Montauk and straight into the ocean.
Love it when you exaggerate. So childish. Don't laugh now. You're much too old to find this funny.
The way I see it, I'm being mature for the both of us. I mean, if I weren't here looking out for you, Lord knows who you'd be with now.
Oh, so you're here to keep me out of trouble.
Something like that. Kim, I like this. Searching out for a restaurant you found in some magazine, hopping into the car on the spur of the moment. And I like you.
And the next word is but. Go on, but.
And I am not a social worker giving up a free evening to keep you out of trouble. I just want to make that clear.
It was already clear to me. Glad you see it too.
However, I am aware that you're all wound up. You're coming on very strong with me and like ice with Dr. Bolak.
Ice? I invited him to join us.
Well, whatever. I just wanted to be straight with you about my role here tonight.
You're my friend and not my boyfriend.
Right.
Well, fine. We understand each other. Wasn't that easy? No pain, no strain. Goodness, it's a pleasure to deal with me. Technically, it's an inn, not a restaurant.
Well, places where you sit in front of a sparkling fire is usually called an inn. What else did it say about this place?
A lot. Besides having wonderful pies and cakes, they also have a bar and a pool with a sauna, fresh flowers in all the rooms, trendy people everywhere spending the weekend. Except it's not terribly expensive.
Especially when you're only going for cake and coffee.
No, I mean in general. The pool's free.
Really?
Well, if you're registered.
So much for swimming.
Don't panic.
I'm not.
I'm relaxing because you're my friend. I don't have to put on an act with you. Pretend to be coy and shy. None of those kind of games.
None of that for us.
They probably rent you a pair of trunks so you could go swimming. Adam, we don't have to do anything unless we want to. Because of your role and everything. But we have a room there if we want it for Dr. and Mrs. Cohen. I registered it. Just in case.
SoapNet's breakfast in bed just got supersized. Now you can enjoy breakfast in bed all day with the OC, One Tree Hill, Beverly Hills 90210, and Gilmore Girls. Every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on SoapNet.